Hi there, welcome to my channel. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at this example. We have a gallery connected to a collection of items. Basically, it's a to-do app that we built in the previous lessons, and we want to be able to mark as completed once we mark a checkbox inside a gallery. I'm going to show you how to do right now, and this is part of my complete course that you can find for a very affordable price in the pinned comment. Now, let's go to the lesson. In the previous lesson, we built this gallery connected to the collection. It's a collection where we add tasks, and we have two columns, the task text and the task status. I have improved a little bit the app visuals, added some texts, so we know exactly what we are doing. So just as a reminder, we inserted controls and a button that will add tasks to a collection. We have a button that will clear the collection, and now you're displaying this collection in a gallery. That's the control we use to show data. For the tasks that are not completed yet, we have this checkbox. And now the challenge was to update the task once we mark that checkbox as checked. Then it will immediately update the task status column. As we can see here in the left, we have a table showing that. And then, because of the logic, it will show a check icon here and the checkbox will disappear. So how do we do that? In the previous lesson, I left a tip mentioning three useful functions that are the patch, update, and UpdateIf. What I was expecting was for you to search on internet and find the documentation that's usually in the Microsoft Learn. If you look at the patch function, it says that it modifies or creates one or more records in a data source, or merge records outside of a data source. So in this case, we want to use patch to modify a record. I'm not going to read the documentation now because I already know how to use, but you can take a look if you want. We also have the update and UpdateIf functions that perform in a similar way. The update function replaces an entire record in a data source. The UpdateIf and the patch modify one or more values in a record. So that's the difference. And now let's go back to our app and implement this. So once I check this checkbox, I want to update this exact record, the record that's in this row. Let's see. Let's go to the checkbox and then let's look at its properties. We have one property here that's called onCheck. And here is where we are going to place the formula when we check the checkbox. Just to remember, we need to add this in the first row of the gallery, as we saw in the last lesson. Once we add to the first row, it's going to behave the same in all the rows. So basically, we are in the template of the gallery, and in the onCheck property, we are going to add a formula that will update that records. And just as a reminder, that record is accessible through the ThisItem property. That means that exact row. So basically, what I want to do is update the collection, and keep in mind that this also works with data sources. If this gallery was connected to a SharePoint list or any other database, for example, as we are going to see later in the course. So right now, let's do the following. Let's type patch. That's the patch function we are going to use. Open parentheses, and then the first argument is the data source. In this case, is our collection that we created in the previous lessons. It's called cold tasks. Now, if I add a comma, we have the second argument. So in this case, the record that we want to update is this item that represents that exact row we are clicking. And now finally, the third argument is going to be what we are going to update on that record. For this, we need to open and close curly braces. And then here inside, we put the column, the value that we want to change. In this case, I want to change the task status. And I want to change it to true because it was false. So I'll put true. And then I can just go and close the patch. This thing here appeared when I put a comma because of auto-completion of the formulas. Let's delete and ignore this. And this is what we have. First argument is the data source, so I will put a comment here, data source. Second argument is the record we are updating, And the third argument is what we are updating. That means the columns. I could use this to change more values in more columns as well. But in this case, I just want to change the task status. So what's going to happen now is that when I check, because I put in the one check, the patch function is going to update this row in the collection. And then we will see that this checkbox will turn into a check mark icon. And here in the side, we will see that going to true in this table control. So let's see, I'm going to click and immediately it's changed. For our eyes, it's instantaneous because the collection is already inside the memory of the app. If it was a data source, let's say a database, maybe it takes a couple of milliseconds up to a couple of seconds, depending on the speed of your internet and the data source, but I'm sure it will also work. Once we checked, we cannot uncheck anymore. That's our logic because we implemented like that. We are hiding the checkbox and showing the icon. And now we have a different thing that we can do still inside the gallery. Imagine I want to delete a task. Let's say I added this task by mistake and I want to delete. We could insert a button here with the delete icon on it and call a function to delete that record. That function is called remove. I will let you try. And also, the other thing we want to do is not removing instantaneously, but showing a pop-up confirmation to the user to make sure they really want to remove. Imagine that they click by mistake or just to see if the button works. Believe the user always do it. And if we don't have a confirmation, the record would be deleted. So we want a confirmation pop-up. That's what you're going to see in the next lesson, adding the button with the icon and showing the confirmation pop-up to remove that record. So see you in the next lesson. And for you that's here on YouTube, I know that you are watching until this point, and I imagine that at least you found something useful here. So in order to help me to put more free content here on YouTube, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see the whole course and follow in a sequence, please check the pinned comment below. Now I'm going to leave you with a recommended video. See you in there. Bye bye.